Hello, guys. I know I was gone for like a month, but let me explain myself. Don't cuss me. Hear what I have to say, okay? I have. I had assignments, and guess what, guys? I had to do them, and I had to concentrate, so couldn't really be on here like that. But. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Um, Now it's just exams, just revision for exams, so I should be on here a bit more. I know I said that last time, but I'm trying, guys. Like there's a lot going on in life right now. Uh, hi new people. This is Risha's Tarot, and for those of you that still stayed subscribed when I was gone for a month, thank you. You're loyal. I love it. I love loyal subscribers, yeah, and loyal people. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't know if I've done this reading before, but I thought, hey, like, let me do a reading on what does your person like about you? You know, this is not platonic. Well, is it? To be fair, I'll read it platonically and romantically. I think I was just gonna go for romantic, but let's do platonic too. So this could literally be anyone. It doesn't just have to be a partner. It can be a relative, a friend, like whoever you have in mind. And yeah, we're just gonna see what they really like about you, if you ever wondered, because you guys have a lot of good qualities, but sometimes with people they like particular ones, so it's good to see which ones they like. And we have three piles, so this is pile number one, this is pile number two, and this is pile number three. Okay. Am I missing anything else? No, I think I've said everything. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to go to pile number one. Get into it, yeah. Right. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. Let me just get everything out. No, let me speak about Ten of Pentacles first. See, I ain't been on here for so long, I forgot what I'm doing. Okay, so you guys have a very stable energy. You're very dependable. And this is what the person you're thinking about, this is what they like about you. They know they can rely on you. They know that they can depend on you. Whether this is romantic or platonic, they see you as someone that's going to be in their life for a long time, like until the day, they die, most probably. Some of you are very family oriented. They really like that about you. Some of you have the mindset of, I need to provide. Some of you might like to look after people, be it friends or relatives. But also you just have this mindset of, I need to make sure that I'm financially secure later on. So you may have a very money type of mindset of, and it's not a thing where, I just focus on money and I don't care about nothing else. Not like that, but I need to be able, it's like you're working hard now to be able to provide for your family or future family moving forward. And you don't really want to be in any problems, you just want to be comfortable. So to obtain the money is not to be like, oh yeah, I have money, and yeah, like it's the focus not purely on the money, is on what the money can give you in life. So is if I was to explain that, I'm kind of similar to this, probably because like I'm an earth sign, and this is Pentacles, which is earth energy, which literally is a thing where I work very hard, but it's not because I just want money and I need money and I just want it there. It's I need the money to live. Do you get it? I need to live, yeah, and I need the money to provide, you know, for myself and for my child, and for my relatives, when I can, and help where I can. You know what I mean? And that makes me feel very comfortable. So it's not, as I said, it's not so much, I just want, you guys just want money in your account and that's it. It's just so you're able to live a comfortable life. And whoever this is, they can see that quality in you. So they really like that. And they think it's very responsible. You guys give a very responsible vibe, very respectable vibe. And this person picks it up. And those of you that, have made your own family, they think you really look after them. They really respect it. You know, it's given an energy of, I kind of look up to you. I like that energy about you. Some of you have just completed. I think some of you may have graduated and picking up. Some of you may have got a promotion. Some of you are starting something new that could basically give a lot of financial success to you, and this person's realized that. I don't know what's happened. You've ended one phase and you've started a new phase. But whatever this new phase is going to give some sort of stability, whether that's like a marriage, like someone's maybe getting married, or someone's in a new relationship, or in terms of emotional stability, or it could just be financial stability of, oh, you have a new job, oh, now you can get this job because you've done this, like, or you've got a promotion because you put all the hard work in. That type of vibe. There's like an ending going on for some of you guys. But could even be an ending of like a childish mindset, because the Ten of Pentacles is very mature mindset. So maybe is that this person seeing that you've kind of transformed in a way of, you don't think recklessly. You think, okay, long term, I need this, so I'm going to behave like this. So there's just been like a transformation in your behavior. If this person's known you a long time, is like you behaved one way before and now you're completely different. You've gone through a complete transformation, and this transformation they highly respect. But if this person that's only known you for like a couple of months or weeks, you don't really know them that much, it's coming across like however you are now, you wasn't like that before, but not in a bad way. It's like you just improve, and they admire it. So yeah, guys. Okay, I mean, I didn't know I was going to get that much information from that one playing card, but that's what came out. Let's do this. We have... Also, did I say this? If you have a family, you look after your family well. I think I said that, but for that to come out again, that means you guys are really doing a good job as parents, if you are a parent. Then we have this is a Tower card, but I'm using the African American Tarot. And then we have the Ace of Cups. I nearly said Queen of Cups, so some of you might be Cancers or have Cancer in your Cancer placements in your chart, or just maybe water sign placements in your chart, but I'm going to carry on. Then we have, I ain't got no water in my chart, and people can, obviously, side note, I ain't got no water in my chart, and let me tell you, maybe somewhere, I don't know, but it's really not, it's not the top 3 and it's not the top 5, because I am very blunt, and people kind of, and do you know what, I kind of have I lack empathy sometimes, and it's really sad, and I can't help it, but what do you expect when you have no water in your chart, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, but for those of you that do have water in your chart, it's nice because you naturally show empathy, you naturally understand why people behave a certain way, and I envy that. That's a really good trait to have, because I don't know how, it's very hard for me to do that. It's so sad. I have to work like 10 times harder to do that. But again, like someone that has doesn't have much air in their chart, they might find it hard to look at things rationally, or they may have a hard time with speaking. So some people, they lack certain elements in their chart, so it's natural in it. But I think maybe the reason I'm bringing this up is some of you may be very empathetic, and your person likes that as well. You understand how people feel without them having to explain how they feel, if that makes sense. Like you can look at someone and see that they're not feeling that great, and then you can kind of put 2 and 2 together why they're not feeling that great. They don't really have to speak much. So that's a quality you have that your person likes. And then we have the Page of Pentacles reverse. And Nautilus Princess, Powerful Growth. And Angel de los Muertos. Transitions to the spirit realm. Okay, so I know you can't really see the cards, but you just have to deal with it. Okay, Because what's more important is what I'm saying, you know? Okay. Some of you may have Aries or Scorpio placements in your chart, but yes, something's happened here where you guys have just changed. I think you've had enough. Some of you went through something, and you see this big monster up here. He's a god actually, but like I'm just gonna go intuitively, not traditionally with what the cards mean. But I feel like people have been violating you guys, or if it's not people, there's a certain way of life you were supposed to live, in terms of like people might have told you that you have to, live a certain way or behave a certain way to basically do what society says, or what, your community or culture says. And I think you're just kind of like, you know what, no, I don't want to do that. Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to do what all of you guys have done? And second of all, has it really worked out for you? So why would I do that? I don't know. I'm getting this very aggressive energy. I don't know what's happening, but I feel like you guys is this energy of I've had enough. Like I've had enough, and I'm not keeping up. It's interesting. Some of you is like there's some expectations that were expected of you from like, your community, and you said no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. And I think it's been a thing where you guys were quiet for so long, and then you've exploded like, yeah, no. This god, he's a god of destruction. He's actually mashed up the whole village. Look, like it's not even a joke. Like, but the way I'm kind of taking is you wasn't this god, like in terms of you wasn't this confident where you could just like destroy everything. It's kind of like I hope I'm explaining myself properly. Like you saw, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to live like this, so I'm going to change the way I'm living. And whoever don't like it, that's your business. I'm gonna do what I want. And you've shown that you've changed it. And it's obviously the card looks a bit bad, but it's not. It's good. It's destruction in a good way. Like you're destroying any type of expectations from you that isn't really helping you and isn't really, making you understand yourself. So I think you've come to the realization of, you know what, I'm this way. I'm not the way everyone wants me to be. And that's okay. And anyone that don't like it, okay, what's good? Because I'm still going to be me. So what do you want to do? Fight? Because I'm with it. I'm with it. Let's go. Like you're not trying to hear any nonsense, and you're going to do what you want. And that's what this person likes about you. And if it's not what society expects from you and you've said no, maybe you was in a situation where it's kind of like you was not forced in a situation, but maybe you're in a situation and you didn't get to choose to be in that situation. You ended up in a situation and maybe people manipulated you into that situation, and you've ended up in it and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? No. And you've broken free from it. And what that's done now is made you realize, okay, cool, I'm going to live life the way I want. No one's going to confine me. Is that the word? No one's going to stop me from doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to build my own life. I'm going to make my own life where no one can tell me anything. And for some of you, the reason why you either stayed in this situation or you kind of just did what people wanted for a long time is maybe you didn't really have the financial support in terms of like you didn't have the money or the funds to live the life you want, or you wasn't stable within yourself or confident within yourself to live the life you want. And then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know what happened. It's like a big transformation of boom, I'm gonna do what I want and I don't care, and I'm gonna make sure I'm in a position where I can do what I want and no one can tell me nothing. Basically, I don't know, that's so crazy. This person must know you well then, because how does someone know all that? It's either, do you know what? It's either this person they've known you for a long time, and they just know that they just see that you've transformed and they can't believe it. It's in such an amazing way. Like they really respect you. It's crazy. But then if this person doesn't really know you, it's like your eyes. Stay with me. I'm not going crazy. Your eyes, like when they see you, they see that you've been through some stuff. You know how they say your eyes is the window to your soul? Like, they see that it's been a mad thing for you. You've been through it. That's why you're this way. Like, they just know. And yeah, they're like, there's no way someone is this focused, this committed, and this cutthroat, and they haven't been through nothing. No way, you know. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And I spoke about that for like 15 minutes. I'm doing too much, but I had to let you know that so you understand. Then we have the Ace of Cups, and you know what's so amazing about this? Like, you're able to cut anything that doesn't serve you in your life, because like anything that's not helping you, any old structures, old ways you used to, be or condone, you've just cut it. You said no, but you're still able to look at life in an amazing way. Like, you're not pessimistic. You know, some people can go through stuff and then, they either stay in the horrible situation, or when they actually pop off and leave the situation, like, they just turn pessimistic and their life goes downhill. You take responsibility of your life. You're like, cool, this didn't work out. I'm not having this anymore. I'm going to build my own life, and I'm going to look at life in a good way, in a good perspective, because not everyone is going to be like the people I was around that I had to cut off. Not everyone lives in the way that was forced upon me. Not everyone's going to view stuff the way that people around me viewed it. So therefore, I just have not been exposed to a new mindset yet. Like, in terms of, I've not been exposed to new people yet. So there's new connections that I have to, I don't know why I'm speaking in first person. Okay, so there's new connections that you can make. You just haven't met those people yet. And I think some of you have that mentality. So this person's looking at you like, oh my gosh, like, you've been through hell, and you still look at life with rose-colored glasses. Like, you're not having any type of rubbish, especially anything related to your past. Like, any behavior related to your past, you're not having it. Like, you're like cut, you're done. But when someone shows new behavior, you're open to it. You're like, yes, give it to me. Show me the way. Okay, maybe not the way, but show me this new, perspective. I want to know. I want to embrace it. Let me see. And if I like it, then we're good, And this person's like, oh my gosh, because most people, they wouldn't be open to new experiences, especially when something traumatic and detrimental has happened to them. But you're like, no, I mean, that happened, that's cool. And don't get it twisted, that's never happening to me again. Because when I see the signs, I am gone. Gone. But when new people come in, I will be open until I see something weird. So yeah, it's interesting. As I said, people think you're very loving, you're very caring, and they can't believe it, because they're just like, wow, someone went through all that and they're still loving and caring. Yeah, there's people out there that are like that. You know what I mean? Like, because I think you guys know, what's the point of me being, bad mind and not nice when I was surrounded by people like that? And you guys kind of know, I know people like that, and their life is terrible because they're bad mind and they look at things pessimistic. So therefore, why would I behave that way? Is that beneficial? That's not benefiting me. So that means I need to be loving, but with moderation, in terms of, I'm not going to let anyone disrespect me, but I can still be a nice person, And you guys kind of have that balance, which makes you very stable, and this person respects it, okay? So yeah. And then we have, I don't know, as I see this, I don't traditionally see, for some reason I'm seeing the Ace of Cups like the Queen of Cups. I don't know why. But if you guys are mothers, people feel like you're amazing mothers. If you're a father, people feel like you have a very maternal quality to you, and they love that. It's very loving. And you're not just a mother, to your own children, you're mother to a lot of people. You have this mothering energy. Like when people speak to you, is that you're caring, and you're able to give advice and guide like her mother does, So it's amazing. I have to say that. And you give to others. You actually give emotional support, because she's pouring water into a lake or a sea, I'm not sure. But you give support, emotional support. it's interesting. Like some of you are in a position where you're able to give financial support to people you love, and you're able to give emotional support to people you love. So it's amazing. Like not much. Most people they can only do like one or the other. Like okay, I don't have a lot of money, but I'll give you emotional support. Okay, well I don't really. I'm not really that empathetic, but I can give you some money. I can buy you like a new handbag if that make you feel nice. Like I really know I'm not Dr. Phil. I can't help you. So like normally people can only do one or the other, but you guys are able to do both. And this person they really they find that amazing. They're like wow, like how can you do that? It's amazing. Um. Okay. For the Page of Pentacles to be reversed, if you can see like he's pouring something out of a plate or pot, in my perspective anyway, and I feel like you guys know when to give and when to not give. Like you know where to put your energy into, because what you put your energy into, it benefits you in the long run. You don't waste your time on foolishness. You haven't got time for it. You have the mindset of this is not benefiting me. This is not going to benefit me in the future, so I'm not going to entertain it. Does not make sense. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So this person sees that. They're like, okay, cool. This guy or girl, they mean business. It's not a joke. It's not a joke out here in these streets. If I mess around with them, they will stop giving me energy, and they would have every right, because why should they speak to me if I'm not going to benefit their life? Because I know damn well they'll benefit mine. So it's like this person knows they can't. This person knows they can't. They can't mess with you. They can't mess with you. They can't, because you'll just cut it, cut it. You'll just cut it. You're like it's done. It's done, babe. You lost. You had your chance. You want to f with me. So guess what? Guess what? You're done. So yeah, like you guys have a no nonsense thing going on. And this person feels very wise. I always associate elephants with wisdom. I don't know why that is. I was taught that a bit younger, to associate them with wisdom. I forgot why. Maybe I'll research into that. But you know, this person feels very wise, very smart. But obviously not just with your time and your energy, but in a lot of things you do, you're very smart. And I also think it's saying that not only will you not invest your time in people that don't benefit you, but you won't invest your time in anything that does not benefit you. This could even go, this could talk about career and investments as well, because it's pentacles. Like you're just not, anything that's not worthy, you're just not going to do it, And don't think that as like you're uppity, this person makes you uppity or anything. I don't view you guys like that. I just think you guys know your worth, and this person understands that you know your worth, and they're like, okay, wow, okay, and normally when I do these readings, and the person I'm talking about, which is you, and whenever they're very confident and they have a lot of good abilities, I always sense this sort of jealous energy from the person that you're inquiring about. But this person, there's no jealousy at all, and I'm really for once, guys, let me tell you something. I am a Taurus, and you see these Taurus readings, they're disgusting in terms of like there's a lot of like jealousy and all that going on, and there's a bit of a catch-22, because it's like, okay, in one sense you have a lot of good qualities, so that's amazing, so it's nice to hear that from readers, but at the same time you're hearing, oh, and this person's very jealous about it, oh, and this person's trying to sabotage that. It's like, that's very, you know what I mean? And I feel like in my readings, like not just in the star sign ones, but in a lot of the pick a card readings as well, like there's always this person that's doing very well, so this person's jealous. But in this particular reading, like I'm not getting that energy from this person. So if you ever thought this person was like jealous or envious of you, no, not at all. They don't feel that. So I just want to clear that out of anyone's mind. But they're very inspired by you. They don't understand how someone can go through what you've gone through, and you're still very loving, and you know how to monitor your time well. You don't waste your time. It's amazing. And you know what? They probably find that interesting, because maybe there's someone that actually wastes their time and they don't know how to do stuff in a productive way. So when they see you do it, they're like, wow, amazing. And then we have personal powerful growth. So um yes, your eyes. See, I wasn't even look at their eyes, guys. You guys' eyes, they're very people can see you been through something. Like their eyes look sad. It's sad, guys. It's sad. It's sad. And look the way she's holding her heart. Like this person feels for you. They're just like, oh my gosh, you don't even know. You don't even know what part number one's been through. Like if you understood, like they feel for you. And not in like a, it could be in a romantic way, but that's not the strongest feeling I'm picking up is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you went through that. Like it's that type of vibe. I feel sorry for you. But yeah, you know. Anyways, some of you like if you're this person likes that you like the sea. What did that have to do with anything? Okay, some of you like going to the seaside or you like, you know, the beach a lot and I don't know, maybe when you're there you have a moment to really think about life and maybe you I don't know. It's like maybe you assess your life more when you're at the beach or near water. It could be that as well. Like when you're around water, because oh yeah, there's a few cars with water here. When you're around water, you have this energy of reflection. Of okay, that's not what was that, a pun? I don't know. There's this energy of let me actually think back on my life and you know, I don't know. You know, okay, how do I explain this? It's so weird. It's so deep because when things are deep, it's hard to explain it. It's like you know, someone has a spot where they sit down and they deep something, and they're like, when I say deep, sorry guys, I'm I'm from London. I'm ghetto. Do you understand? Like sometimes I use slang, but when someone deeps their life, is like they're really looking into aspects of their life they don't really think about it every day. And for some of you, when you're around water, that's you do that, and this person has observed that. And some of you might be like, I don't live near no beach, you know, like, I don't go to the like we don't have beaches around my area. Okay, maybe they've noticed like when you go to the bathroom, we have a bath or a shower. Maybe you take 50 years in there. People know that you're contemplating about your life, you know, it's like well this person in particular anyway. So there's that. I don't know. That was a weird message, but you know it was for someone to hear. This person, they love your hair. They love your hair. Why? In what way? In a way, this person likes when you wear your hair out. Okay, that was for someone. Like, guys, I'm not stretching. These are actually messages that I'm picking up. Okay, so like if you're someone that wears your hair up, or you always like put in a pony, or you know you always cut it. Like I don't know. This person's kind of like I kind of prefer it out. You know, like I don't know. They think it shows your beauty a bit more because. Like this person, if you wondered if this person thought you was beautiful, yeah, they think you're beautiful, but they kind of like when your hair is out. I just need to say that. Okay, let's just move forward. To be fair, there's a lot of flowers and shells in their hair, so maybe it's a thing where like this person likes when you have like natural hairstyles. So, natural. You'll know what I mean because in every culture, natural means something different to everyone. So whatever you identify as a natural hairstyle, your person likes your hair like that. So yeah. Some of you look younger than you actually are. I think all of you actually with this reading. This person feels like you don't look your age. You look very young. You don't even look like what you've been through. Yeah, that's how they feel. They're like you don't even look like you've been through that. Some people go through that. They age like milk. They are wrinkly by the time they're 30. Yeah, is peak. Is not good. So, but this person's like you don't even. For some reason, I didn't age you. It's shocking. You look very youthful. Some of you are very spiritual, and your person likes that. some of you are very spiritual, and yeah, this person likes that about you, because and the reason they like that is because you're able to evolve at an earlier time than some people, because you're more spiritually aligned with yourself than some other people. And it's not a competition. I'm just saying that this person's like, because you understand yourself and understand your spirituality, like you're able to just sort out your life as, you know, soon as you can. With some people, they kind of know that they may never do that because they're not spiritually aligned, or you know, it might take until they're really old, but by then what are you really doing when you're old, you know? So they just feel like you're kind of saved in that respect. Saved, why did I say that? I don't know. But yeah, you're protected basically, because you are, I'm not getting so much. I mean, you can be spiritual and religious, right? But I feel like whether you're religious or not is the spirituality aspect, because you are aligned in that aspect. You're this person was like, you're always going to be okay. So yeah, this person also may feel like your ancestors protect you, so like you have a strong connection with the other side. So like if someone messes with, yeah, it's okay, because I didn't really look at it like that. Oh my gosh, I did not. Okay, guys, I want to hear the tea. So this person feels like every time someone tries to do something messed up to you, your ancestors are like, yeah, yeah, you want to mess with pile number one? Okay, okay, hold that thought. Hold it. One moment, I got you. I got you. And then look at this. Your ancestors just mash up the place because they're like, I told you. Didn't I tell you not to mess with pile number one? Now you just have to understand that you can't do that. So now you're just going to have to go through some karma, because I don't know why you tried to mess with my pile number one. And this ancestor could be anyone. It could be someone that's, you know, that you're really close to, that may have died recently. I'm picking more of you guys as like a grandparent. Some of you as a sister. I don't know, and sorry if that's happened, but I just feel like whoever you was really close to, that's passed. Like, it's when people best with you is not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke, and people know not to mess with you. That's what's so funny about it. Why am I saying people? I'm supposed to be talking about one person. This person knows that people know not to mess with you. That's what it is. Like, this person's like, you come across quite scary. And the reason you come across scary is you don't have to do anything. Like, you don't, this person knows that you're not about vengeance. You're not about revenge, because you're just like, yeah, it's peak for you now, because how am I going to tell my ancestors not to, you know, protect me? How am I going to do that? You know, so you did this to yourself, innit? I can't even save you. So you guys are just relaxed, and you know it comes across to this person like, you know, you're always going to be fine and get your way because you're protected. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, that's nice. I think that's nice. Okay, so cool. You guys aren't afraid of change. This person likes that, because on the card we have a 41, and 4 plus 1 is 5. You guys aren't afraid of change. If you have to change, you will. If it benefits you and it benefits your growth, you will do it. Yeah, and yeah, it's just a lot about growth. When this person looks at you, they see growth every day. They see growth. You're growing in some way, shape, or aspect, and it's quite deep, you know. So, I mean, that's what your person likes about you, part number one. So, if you like this reading, like and subscribe to my channel. If you like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But I'm gonna go to part number 2. I'm gonna just sage the place because that was a bit deep. That was a bit deep. I got work later on. Like, I didn't expect the readings to be that deep, you know. It's too much. Okay, no, let me just, guys, I'm just gonna, let's get rid of that energy. That was a bit heavy. That was a bit heavy. Let me incense the room, yeah. Power number two, be patient. You guys seem like a madness as well. I'm gonna get into it, but let me just let me burn some incense here. Woo. Okay. Right. Power number two. What does your person love or like about you? I feel like I feel like some of you are loners, and that's fine. I'm a loner, so I'm okay though. Like my life isn't terrible, so don't feel any type of way about it. If anything, like I like my peace, so I kind of understand why some of you may be loners, because I know some people are loners out of choice. It's like, listen, I don't want to be. Some of you may pick up. Do you know what it is? I feel like some of you is by choice, and it's because like certain you're very sensitive to energy, and some people's energy is just too much, and you can pick up on bad energy before someone even opens their mouth. So you guys are kind of like, yeah, let me just keep my distance, because like your energy funky, and you just keep to yourself. And I think maybe sometimes people like switch up on you for like no reason, and you're just kind of like, or obviously people have their personal reasons for switching on people, but I think you guys are kind of like, you know what, I can't take this inconsistent weird energy from people, so I'm just going to be by myself, yeah, because I know myself, I can control myself, you know. And yeah, so some of you may just remove yourself from people a lot, just to keep your peace and sanity, and this person, they like that about you. They may be someone that doesn't really know how to do that. They may be a very social person that doesn't know how to, stay away from toxic people. But you're just not having it. You're like, no, I don't need to be around people. I don't need that. I have stability within myself. So yeah. So some of you, as I said, loners. But it could also mean that some of you, it's nothing to drop someone. That's kind of similar to part number one. I don't know. If you was drawn to part number one too, part number one too. If you was drawn to part number one as well, you can watch that. But if that's not the case, then we'll just continue with this. But I just feel like you guys are able to just like cut someone off, like, and not, and I don't mean cut them off and then add them again or speak to them again. Like, we don't have to talk ever again, babe, ever. It doesn't disrupt my life. I know what I brought to the table. You didn't respect it. See you later. Have a nice day. You're done. You don't care. Some of you may not be in the best financial situation, and but you're still able to provide. Well, Pentacles energy here. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of for a lot of you is for let's just say two powers. For power number one and power number two is kind of like this energy of stability that a person likes about you. But I'm gonna get more into your one when I get through the cards. But it's like you're able to provide even though you don't have much money. Some of you, yeah, and that's okay. I ain't shaming no one. Like I ain't shaming no one. You understand? It's hard out here in these streets. But yeah, this person likes that. Like even when it's hard, and you know what? Not just financially, but even when it's hard. Like when some of you might have like poor mental health. So when your mental health kind of goes down, you're still able to say, yeah, I'm still gonna do what I need to do. I'm my own rock, so I'm gonna do this. And this person's like, wow, like with not much resources, or when you're not feeling well, it could be physically as well. When you're not feeling well physically, and when you're not feeling well mentally, you're still able to do what you need to do. And they really, I think there's respect. I think they respect it. They like it too, but it's more of, I highly respect that. It's like, because who you gonna respect more? If I was to give you two examples, right? And I'm not trying to put down rich or poor people. I'm just gonna give an example. Okay, you have a rich wife. She has like all the ready-made ingredients to make a meal, which is going to take not that long because a lot of the products were ready-made to make the whole meal, and then she makes the meal. Great. Then you have the poor wife who only has like eggs and I don't know, vegetables, like not loads of vegetables, maybe a potato and a carrot, and like little resources, but she's able to make a soup, but she's able to make a meal that can feed like at least 10 people in the house with just those small ingredients, and everyone's full and everyone's happy in it. So like, who you gonna respect more in that situation? You're gonna respect the poor wife, right? Because like, how did you make a big meal that could feed like 10 people? Like, you're obviously gonna be like, oh yeah, you're like, well done to the rich wife because she obviously made a meal in it. But I'm not gonna lie, things were already ready made, babe. They're already ready made. A 5-year-old could have done it. Get it? Like, sorry, okay, maybe not a 5-year-old because they can't touch ovens, but like, I don't know, a 10-year-old with assistance could have done it. Okay, it's not that great, you know. I'm sorry. So what I've used those two examples because it's like, with lack of resources or less resources than other people, you're able to do what you need to do. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna move on from that. I don't like. I don't know. I don't want to keep talking about that. But yeah, you guys get the gist. Lack of resources. Moving forward. Okay. Maybe some of you, your exes, want to keep talking to you, and this person finds that they like that. So obviously, if this is someone that views you romantically, they kind of like it because they're like, oh my gosh, what's so amazing about you that, you know, your exes want to speak to you again? Like, what will that? They're not actually going away. They're not disappearing. So there must be something amazing about you, you know. Um, and then for some of you, if it's this person, if it's a platonic person that can see that your exes keep coming back to you, they're just kind of like, wow, like, what is it? What is it that you have that keeps them coming back? What is it? So that's something they like as well, because people can't get enough of you, you know. And it's kind of, is it ironic? Because it's like, you might make the effort of actually staying away from people, or you might make the effort of like being a loner because that makes you comfortable, but yet there's people that are still trying to speak to you that you've done cut off. You said bye, see you, and they're still, and you're just kind of like, I told you go away. So I don't know, it's quite ironic, but yeah. Anyways, let's get more information. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of... Some of you recently got pregnant or just had a baby. Congratulations if that's the case. Two of Pentacles. What's going on? You guys Earth signs. You guys must have Earth in your... Is either you got Earth placements, or you this person just views a very like stable person, even though resources, there's a lack of it, right? Two of Pentacles, Grumpy Red Fairy, be your true self. And Eclipse Mermaid, a powerful energy shift. But she's in reverse. Reversed. So, there's a lot of red here as well. We'll get into that. We'll get into it. But let's go in order because I just can't. So, regarding numerology, when it comes to number 1, 2, 3, you want to hear something? 1, 2, 3, no 4, 5, right? So what that means is you was able to, even though you didn't have much, you was able to, you know, make sure that you're okay and you're stable. But because there's no 4 here, and 4 represents stability, it can even represent marriage. It represents, to me, it represents them two things. And without those two things, so it could be like a lack of support, or maybe you didn't really have a partner to help you, that type of situation. You're still able to make sure you're good. And this person's like, wow, without the fundamental 4, without the support that you should have had, you was able to make sure you're okay. And you may not be 100%, you know, solid. And for those of you, do you know what? Some of you may actually be financially okay. Like, cause I don't know, for majority of you, I'm not really picking out. But for those of you where you are financially okay and money's not an issue, is that this person can see that there is, I don't mean to be rude, but there's something that's not very stable. So if it's not your finances, they can kind of tell maybe it might be you might have a bit of the poor mental health right now, or you behave in a way that shows that there's a lack mentality in that aspect. So, for example, you could have a lot of money, but maybe when it comes to people wanting to love you and support you, you're kind of like, I'm okay. I don't need you to be around me. I can do what I need to do. I don't need no one, yeah? I got me. And this person's like, okay, because you had a lack of support, you just don't really, you don't trust me and you don't want me to help you. I get it. But in their eyes, they think that's not healthy. They understand why you may do that, but they're like, no, because I'm sure. How are we going to? If this is romantic, interest, they're kind of like, how are we going to be in a stable connection if you don't allow me to help you? Because that's what our relationship is supposed to be, and you're not allowing me to do that because you never had that. Some of you may have had a parent that wasn't. I don't. Sorry, I know I'm doing up Dr. Phil right now, but let me just explain. Some of you may have had a parent that was neglectful. Could be financially, it could be emotionally. And this person, they may know that, or they may get a hint of that. And they're just like, I know my man or my girl did not give you support either emotionally or financially, but I'm trying to. And it's like you're not allowing them. So they're just kind of like, So they like that you can look after yourself, but at the same time, they're just kind of like, how does this relationship progress if you're not going to allow me to do that, to look after you, you know? I'm picking up this is more of a masculine energy saying this because, and masculine energy doesn't mean it has to be a man. It could be a woman with masculine energy, you know what I mean? Meaning someone that wants to give, and you give to yourself. So you're kind of like, no, babe, I got me, yeah? And they're just kind of like, well, I don't have feminine energy to just receive, so what's going to happen now? Because there's no way you're just going to give to me and I'm not giving to you. I am masculine energy, babe. I'm with my masculine energy, so there's that, you know? Anyways, I'm rambling on. Let me move forward. Anyways, yeah, those of you that recently got pregnant or, you know, had a baby, congratulations. But I think this is more of, some of you got pregnant or had a child and you've had to do it by yourself. You didn't have no support, or you didn't have support of the child's parent, the other parent. So you had to do it by yourself. Yeah. And this person, they find that amazing. They're like, wow, you actually did it yourself. You actually went through with the pregnancy and the birth and all the birth and you did it yourself. That's amazing. You know, there's that. And if you're a guy that's, you know, a single dad, like the same, that's how this person is viewing you. They respect it. But it could also mean, it doesn't have to necessarily mean children. It could also mean, like, for those of you that don't have children, it could just be a thing of where, you know, you're able to, I just see a lot to do with finances here. You're able to look after yourself financially and you didn't have much help when it came to that. And this person respects it. Boom. This person feels like their connection with you is very, is so some of you, this is someone that you haven't really spoken to for a while. And they automatically felt like the connection is going to be a stable one. They feel like, okay, this is going to be a stable connection because this person is giving me stable energy. Even though they don't want me to give to them in some respect, or, you know, they're not making as much as they would like, they're still giving stable energy, and that's very promising for them. Let's see what else. You're someone that look after people. Yeah, you have this energy of, I will look after you. I may not have much to give, but I will look after you if I can. And this person really likes that, because you can't, it's not even a thing where you're like, oh, I'll look after you. It's nothing. Like, it's nothing. I'll just splash a bit of money here, or like, you, even if it's hard financially, you're like, the last pound or the last dollar I have in my account, I will give to you just to make sure that you've eaten. Yeah, what can you buy with a pound or dollar? I don't know. Well, I know there's some you can buy soup and all them stuff. Like don't they do the tin ones? Don't come at me, yeah. But even that type of thing is like, even though I don't have much, I will give to you and I'll help you because I'll find a way to get it back. Like it's that mentality. I'm a hustler. You guys are hustlers. That's what it is. It's weird. It's like some of you. Okay, it's like two categories. Either way, you guys, both of you, both groups have like a hustler mentality. It's like some of you, you have money, but you worked hard to get that money. So there's like a lack mentality in either that respect or in an emotional respect. And then some of you, you don't really have much, but you're like, I don't care. The last of my money will go on who it needs to go on so that I can look after them because I'll make it back anyway because I'm a survivor. Is that type of mentality. So I don't know which box you fall into, but you will know. Okay, anyways, we have the Three of Pentacles. This person likes that you it's interesting. Okay, so you're able to actually work with people, but it's like you'd have to be benefiting in a way though, in terms of so some of you, when it comes to your work environment, you're kind of friends with a lot of people, and this person's like, oh, how can you be friends with everyone? That's a bit weird. But you're just like, at the end of the day, why am I making enemies at work when that's where I make my bread and butter? That doesn't make sense. So you're able to get along with people at work, because you know if I'm in problems, that might cause me issues at work that I don't really need. And this person respects that because this might be someone that when it comes to people, they don't care what situation it is, even if it's a relative. They with all the smoke, they got the smoke. They will fight someone. They don't care. But with you're very strategic with who you fight and who you don't, be it physical or verbal. And I don't promote physical violence on my channel, like at all, any type of violence to be honest, but sometimes when I'm reading I'll pick up like this aggressive physical like violent energy from someone, so sometimes I'll say it, but please know I don't promote in it, I'm just saying. Anyways, the point is you guys seem to be very diplomatic, especially when it comes to your stable connections with people and your business connections with people. So this person respects that. But they probably know also you probably feel like you have to do that because where you getting your money then? What's happening? How are you making your money? So yeah. And you're someone that's able to multitask and juggle. You're able to juggle, and this person, they admire that. They're like, oh, you're someone that's very good at multitasking. You can do a lot of things at one time. And I don't mean that in terms of, oh yes, I can wash the dishes and read a book and speak about about an incident to my friend at the same time. Not multitask in that respect, but maybe you're someone that does something other than work or other than study. I don't know, maybe you do stuff alongside of that, and in that respect that's multitasking. Maybe you're someone that you just have like one job, but then you have a family as well, so you have to kind of make sure you're emotionally there for the family and are able to provide for them, and you need to make sure that you're succeeding at work. So that's a form of juggling as well. So a lot of people are amazed by that, by the way, and this person can see that people really like the fact that you're able to juggle these responsibilities. So there's that. You keep your eyes on the prize, so you're very focused. Some of you may be very ambitious, so you may be someone that you're not too proud at all. Like you're not proud to ask for help if you need help, especially something that's going to help you career-wise or business-wise. You will work together with someone so that you do well. You're not someone that thinks you know everything. You're not ignorant. You're not arrogant. So that's what this person likes about you. You're always wanting to learn. You're like a student. And they feel like that's benefiting you. But as I said, because I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, and 5 with no 4, there's some aspects of your life that's unstable, and this person sees it, but they respect that you're able to just keep it pushing regardless and keep it moving and do what you need to do. So if you thought they didn't know that, they can see it. They know. Yeah, they know. That's why I said it may not be a financial situation, because I feel like some of you are established, but it may be a thing where emotionally you probably didn't get something at a young age. So when they're trying to give it to you, you're like, no, I don't need that. And it may cause awkwardness with how they interact with you. Or they may overthink, or maybe I shouldn't do that, because then that might open a wound that we don't really need to be arguing about, you know? Okay, anyway, so then we have the grumpy red fairy be your true self. Okay, so remember when I said that you may have had lack of support in some areas? Some of you do this thing where you're quite sensitive. So you get angry when someone says something that's a bit triggering. Like it's not hard to trigger you. I know that's very rude, but I have to keep it real on this channel. This person feels like when they say something and it triggers something where in the past it triggers something from the past, or it triggers a lack of something you didn't get, you get very angry and you get very defensive. Like, no, I don't know. It's just some of you. I don't think it's a physical thing. I think is when you speak, you're just like, excuse me, like it's very defensive. This person's like, no, I didn't mean it like that, and they realize, oh my gosh, okay, I've said something that's triggered something from their past. I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, they feel kind of scared, because they're like, oh my gosh, like I was not trying to annoy them. Like I wasn't trying to. And then you guys might have this thing of you're trying to do something weird. You're trying to annoy me, yeah. And they're like, no, I'm not. Like I didn't mean it that way. I don't know. It's really sad. And then you guys are like, oh, okay. It's this vibe of don't mess with me. Like don't actually. And I don't think you guys are mean or anything like that. I just feel like you guys are nice and you guys help people. But when this person says something that you think is a bit off, you're just like, I need you to stop right there. I need you to stop right there, yeah. And for some of you, it's regarding like money. Okay. Some of you, oh my gosh, it got a bit deep. Some of you focus on money so that you don't have to focus on other aspects of your life that are not healed. So I'm getting, okay. Some of you didn't have much money. That's why you go so hard for money now. When you was younger, you had no money, and it gets like that. And then when you got older, you're hustling hard for the money. And this person may say something regarding money, and you're just kind of like, don't be talking to me about that. You don't know how hard I've had to work to get it. And they're like, I never said you didn't have to work hard. Just calm down. So when it comes to like money, this conversation about money where I feel like you guys get very agitated. And if it's not money, it's like maybe a property or an investment or a career, like anything that's related to money, and this person brings it up. Some of you get really triggered. And then some of you, as I said, it's that we didn't have much, so you're going hard now, and you kind of not, so you're never in that situation again. But it's traumatized you to the point where I never want to be broke again, and I never want my children to be broke. So I'm not gonna allow that to happen. And maybe for some of you, it's not that you get angry at your partner and they say something triggering, but like you have this energy of I will go hard to get this money to provide, because it's not a joke. And this person feels like there's some deeper reason regarding money why they think you behave just a bit too aggressively when this topic comes up. I don't know. It's crazy because I'm hearing like a lot of different situations in my head. So there's that, but then there was another situation regarding like those of you that didn't get emotional support, because maybe money wasn't an issue, but when it comes to emotional support, you didn't get that. So in the age you are now, you go really hard for money, or you try to do really well in your career or at school. And when this person brings something up, this person might say like, you're working very hard, you should relax. And you're kind of like, no. I need to focus on this and this. And there's some emotional problem that wasn't healed at a younger age, so you don't know how to deal with it, and you feel like maybe focusing on money is just, it's kind of like a distraction. maybe some of you don't know this. If you ever wondered, why am I focused on money so much? Why am I focused on my career so much? Some of you haven't healed from some emotional issue that's happened, and because you don't have to deal with it, focusing on money is just the easier option to do. So I don't know. Okay, it's a bit mad. It's all very. I didn't expect these readings to be deep today. You know, I thought it was just going to be a book, bam, a quick reading. But no, it's not even that. So, anyways, as I said, some of you like you get triggered and you kind of take it out on this person. You don't mean to. There's that. But then some of you, maybe it's not that you take it out on this person, but there's this thing where this person sees that you're very determined. You look at her, she's determined, it's not a joke. Well, normally I see her as angry, but in this situation, I kind of see her as I'm going to get what I need to get in life, and no one's going to stop me. No one is going to stop me, because of the red as well. Like red kind of represents like determination. So there's that. But I used the taking out anger because I saw grumpy, you know. Do you know what? There's an aspect to you that you don't show a lot of people, and this person's seen it, and it's some deep bruise from childhood, and they know, and even if you haven't known this person for a long time, they can tell that it's been hard at a young age in some area because of the way you're behaving now, basically. If it's super independent, they're like, yeah, you've had to be like that. You've obviously had to be like that, because maybe the people they've come around, they're not normally like that. So when they see someone that's super duper independent, they're kind of like, something was lacking in the during childhood, because people normally just like will accept help. They know when to say no and they know when to say yeah, but it's like you guys never say yeah to help, some of you. So there's kind of like, yeah, something's happened that I'm kind of unaware of. They can kind of get the hint. But some of you, this person knows that something happened during childhood as to why you're like this now. But I know you guys kind of like, excuse me, I thought this was a thing of what they like about me. They like it, but they're concerned at the same time. They know that no one can stop you from doing what you're doing, and that's what they like about that. But at the same time, it's concerning because they want you to heal as well. A powerful energy shift. Eclipse mermaid. Well, she's really... You guys have this intense energy about you. So you may actually have like quite an intense vibe. You may have Scorpio in your chart, or what signs are intense as well? Maybe the Saturn signs as well, like maybe Capricorn or Aquarius. There's this intense vibe going on with you guys, right? And for the cards to be reversed, it's just a vibe of like, you don't let anyone shift you from what you're supposed to be doing. You have this powerful energy of, I'm going to do what I need to do and I'm going to do it, no one's going to stop me. And as I said, this person likes that. But then they kind of wish that you keep that same intense energy, but in a healthy way. They don't know how you're going to be healthy about it. They do. And then when they kind of give advice, they feel like you get defensive. So they're kind of like, okay, let me not really do that. Or if they haven't given advice, they're too scared to, because they feel like you might chew their head off. So, or they feel like they might speak about something that's not really their business. And then you're like, is that your business? Is that your business to be talking about that? I don't want to talk about that. How about we talk about your life? How about we talk about how your mum dealt with you? You know, and then they're like, do you know what? I don't want it to be an argument, so I'm just not even going to get into that with part number 2. But that is what they like about you, part number 2. If you'd like to read and like, subscribe to my channel. If you like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But now I'm going to go to part number 3. That I just wanted, guys, it's okay, let me just put this here. I just wanted, I'm never going to get what I want, you know. No, let me not even say that. The manifestation, I'm going to get what I want. Let me not even jinx that, yeah. What I mean by that is, I just thought it was going to be like just a smooth type of reading, and it just turns out that was just not the case. Let me I'm just well, not saging because it's incense, but I'm just clearing energy because mate. Oh, it'd be so much easier for me if I did 2 piles, but I think I'm gonna just stick with 3. I think I'm just going to stick with 3, you know? Okay, and what am I doing? We have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like what your person likes about you is you guys are good communicators. When you have something to say, you're very clear about what you have to say. You may be very blunt as well. And this might be the sort of person that doesn't like it when people sugarcoat things. So the fact that you're very blunt and you're very straightforward, they respect it. They're like, oh, okay, cool, right, fair enough. Because like they might be the type of person where when people sugarcoat things, they can't really understand what exactly is the issue because they're out here sugarcoating. And with you guys, you're able, if there is an issue between you and this person, you're able to directly say, look, I have an issue with A, B, and C, so you need to fix A, B, and C in it, or we need to negotiate on A, B, and C because I'm not liking how it's working out. Yeah, so and it's very direct. I know to some people it may sound rude, but to this person, they don't find that rude if you are blunt. They respect it. Because I don't know if I'm really picking up this person hates sugarcoating. They hate it when people aren't clear with how they feel. So they like that you're the opposite. You guys are very logical, very rational. This person likes that. Because I feel like maybe this person might be quite opposite of you know the way they view you. Like maybe they're kind of like I don't really know how to express myself clearly, but you're able to do that. So if you are in a relationship with this person, they kind of feel like, you know, like I kind of have a hard time like saying it as it is. So the fact that you're, you know, I'm with you, we can kind of balance out each other. Like I can show you some empathy and you can you know, just keep it real and then boom boom. I'm not saying that if you have empathy you don't keep it real. I'm just saying that can really lead to sugarcoating. And this person, some of you, the whole point is this person feels like you balanced them out if this is a romantic connection. But even if it's not, even if it's platonic, like when you guys are in problems or situations, you're able to explain to someone in a very clear way the situation, where with them it may be very hard and then they may get themselves in even more of a difficult situation than the one they're already in. But then sometimes you're there to clear it up, so then they're like, oh thank goodness, pile number 3 was here to help me and save me, because I did not know how to explain that story to this person. So yeah, well, I did not know how to get myself out of the Kool-Aid. Yeah, okay. But you guys have alpha energy. I have never read the plain deck like that, but I'm just gonna go with it. You guys have like alpha energy. It ain't no beta out here, okay? So it's like if you are a guy, is this energy of I know what I'm talking about. It's giving King of Swords. It's giving like Aquarius energy. Like I know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and yeah, and it's quite authoritative as well. Like some people might feel like they may need your permission to do certain things, or they may need to speak to you before they do something because they don't want to be disrespectful. You know, that type of vibe. Or they might go to you for advice. A lot of people might go to you for advice. This person likes it. This person might actually go to you for advice as well. So you give that type of vibe. And if you are a woman, it's the same thing. You don't give, you know, the traditional, you know, I'll just be submissive and, you know, just do what this person says. It's, I'm alpha female and, you know, I said what I said, and I didn't say with ignorance. I said it on a factual basis, and don't disrespect me and I won't disrespect you. And even if you disrespect me, I will just walk away. I'll just cut the conversation. We don't have to talk about nothing. Yeah. So it's that type of end of no nonsense, you know. And this person respects that about you, you know. And I had to say traditional woman, because you know in the 1950s, around that time, they kind of expected women to just be submissive and not really say anything and do as you're told. And but like you guys don't have that vibe if you're a woman. Like, that's how this person feels. I'm not saying that's how women should be. I'm saying that's how society expected women to be. Just to clear that out there, yeah? Because I can be quite feminist when I like, yeah? Okay. Right, let's see what else. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of what? The Eight of Wands. You guys, hold on. There was like loads of Scorpio energy in all these readings, and I'm just not understand. Like, is there a lot of Scorpios that watch this channel? What is going on? You guys need to let me know. Nine of Swords reversed, Judgment reversed. And you guys had an extra card. Because I mean, what happened was, okay, let me explain myself. What happened was, I was trying to just do 3 tarot cards in it. But when I was shuffling, 4 came out, and I said no, I just need 2 more because the 2 already came out. Then 2 came out again, but then they were flipped over, and I felt like Spirit was telling me, you need to take it. I gave you 4. Okay, I don't care if the others have 3. So because I was kind of getting that vibe and energy, I was like, you know what, fine, I'll just take the 4th one. So that's my explanation as to why the others didn't get 4 cards. So maybe you really need to hear this information. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles also. And then we have the Stifled, Bored and Stuck Duchess. Now this one was interesting because when I was shuffling, she fell on the floor and it was hidden behind my backpack. So I'm going to talk about that one properly, maybe more in depth, because I think there's a reason why I did that, because I was a bit odd. Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope, reverse. So, I just feel like you guys are very well informed. And when I say that, I mean, you go out there and you find information about different things. So when this person's speaking to you, it's very, you talk about some deep stuff. You're quite a deep person. They're not going to talk, I mean, you could talk about anything. You could talk about trivial stuff as well, things that don't really, matter. But you're not really into the small talk. I feel like when you speak, there's depth. And you're a teacher in some respect as well. Like, whatever you say, people really learn information from what you're saying. It was a conversation that was worth having. Even if you was just having like a little one-to-one with someone, and you was just catching up with someone, the information you say is very deep. It's very interesting. So this person's like, wow, like this person is interesting. They're coming like a dictionary. They might as well, be a search engine, because why do you know all this information? There's a lot of information overload. But also it could be a thing where you guys are very cultured in terms of, you may know about other cultures a lot, so you're able to teach people about them so that they become less ignorant, But also it could be a thing where you're very in touch with your own culture, and you like speaking about it and teaching people about your values and traditions about your own culture. I mean, I wasn't really picking that up, but that could be the case for some people. But I think it's just in general, like different cultures around the world, you're able to kind of explain to some degree information about them. This person likes that you may travel a lot. Some of you may travel a lot. It may not necessarily be to different countries, but it could be to different areas in the country that you're currently in. And it may not be necessarily different countries, but it could be like maybe you're friends with people from different social groups. So like for example, where I live is very urban, right? And I know a lot of the time the people in my area, they just talk about trivial stuff because they don't have, I'm not saying all, they don't find interest in talking about anything deep, or they wasn't really taught anything deep. So that it's not really interesting to talk about. So when I am in my area and I'm talking to people in my area, I know all I'm really going to get is trivial conversation. And that's fine because I understand that. But Then I have another social group, and that's at university, and I'm able to have deeper conversations. I'm able to, because it's a different social group. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by different social group. Like, I don't mean in terms of class. That can occur, but I mean in terms of like different things people want to talk about and different interests people have. So I feel like you guys are able to speak to different social groups and still have an interesting conversation in both. So and that's that this person likes that. They know they could bring you anywhere and you'll just adapt to the conversation, to whoever, um, you know, wherever they bring you, you will adapt basically. And whatever you speak about, it won't be awkward because you know how to speak to different people, if that makes sense. I hope I wasn't offensive there, but that's what I'm basically trying to say, you know? Um, I feel like you guys are very ambitious, and this person really likes. I'm getting so much information from the one card, I'm only on the second card, you know. Okay, you guys are very ambitious. You guys may be very athletic too, and if you're not really a gym junkie or you don't really go to the gym like that, you have a nice body, and this person really likes you. Yeah, okay. A lot of the people in these cards, their body is very strong and athletic looking, so. This person may feel like you have an athletic body or you have a body of someone that goes to gym a lot and they really like that. So that's a side note. But some of you could be the fact that you're actually quite healthy. I know some of you, I know some people, they have a really nice body, but they don't actually go to the gym. So I had to explain that. It may not necessarily be that you go to the gym. It just means that you physically, you know, your body's physically looks like you do and the person likes it. But then some of you may actually work hard to get that type of body, and the person you're asking about respects that. You guys are very creative, and your person likes that about you. And as I said, you're very ambitious. The person likes that about you. Yeah, guys. And the guy's kind of wearing a mask, so I kind of see it like it's kind of awkward, but okay, let's just be real. Some of you kind of know how to be fake, and this person kind of likes that. And it's interesting because you'd think, oh, like, why would someone like someone else being fake? Isn't that a quality that people don't like? Because it's basically deception. But you guys strategically use it in a way where it's not harming people. It's just so that you can adapt. So that this person, like, they feel like they don't really know the real you because you can adapt to so many different situations. So they're like, oh my gosh, it's like you're able to wear a mask in every situation. So how are you really though? So it's like, how are you really? I don't know. You know, that's how this person thinks. They're not sure. They're like, there's no way someone can adapt to everyone. And so you can't be every personality. So how are you really? And I don't really know how to answer that because everyone, you know how you personally are, but this is just their perception of you. That, you know, you're not, how you conduct yourself, it may not be how you really are deep down inside. And not in a bad way, but it's just so that you can adapt. Yeah, and it's similar to the previous piles, is like you guys know when to just end connections. You're just like, yeah, we're done. You're not getting a second chance. I don't really. And the reason for the previous past, it was more like, oh, you did something horrible to me, so you can't come back in my life. But for you guys, it's not even really that. Like, it's not even like you're holding on to, oh, they did this and they did that. Is this energy of, do you know what? Like, I'm someone that wants to learn new things in life. I'm someone that wants to have deep conversations, and I don't want to be your friend anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore, because what can you offer me? What can your friendship do to benefit my life? Why are we going to be friends again? Why are we going to be in a relationship again? So you guys are more looking at it like, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to learn a new way, a new perspective of life. And being friends with you didn't really do that for me. Being your partner didn't really do that for me. So I don't want to be with you. So this person, they can kind of see that you just don't downgrade. I know that's kind of rude. We shouldn't really view people like that, but they know that once you kind of talk to someone and, you know, they're not benefiting you, and I don't mean financially or anything like that, or in terms of reputation. I'm seeing it more like spiritually. You're not helping me evolve, you know. And when this person kind of sees that you kind of just cut off people like that, they can kind of see that if someone's not helping you evolve, then you're not going to talk to them, and that's it. And they don't look at you sideways for that. They're like, they get it. They're like, why would you associate yourself with someone that's just going to stifle your growth? So yeah, this person likes that you don't really. Some of you don't worry much. You just don't. You're just like whatever, because you have the mentality of it's very open minded. So whenever something bad happens, you're just kind of like, okay, but what did I really lose? Was it really that bad? You know, can I get it again? What is the bright side of the situation? You don't stay stuck in a mind. You don't stay anxious, because is this vibe of, okay, well, I'm gonna be fine. I'm going to be fine. You know, no way. This is not the end of me. Things happen in life. That's okay. Maybe there's something I was supposed to learn from this incident, so I'm not worried. I got cheated on. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't for that person. That's okay. You know, I might meet someone who's for me and appreciates me, and that's okay. You know, like there's something you're supposed to learn in something not going well. And this person's like, wow, how are you able to view such a, are you not worried? And you're like, no. Why? Why should I? What's that negative energy going to do for me? What is worrying going to do for me? It's not going to help my situation. So forget it, innit? Move forward. And this person really likes it. They like it. So this is this very optimistic energy. You guys might be might have Sagittarius in your chart, but it's very much like, who it is what it is, you know. You guys are open to do uncomfortable things, or things that maybe your community or society doesn't really agree with. You're just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. Because it's like, you guys don't like to be in your comfort zone. You're like, why am I going to be in my comfort zone? How does that benefit me as a person? Like, how do I grow? If you're always in your comfort zone, how do you grow? You know? And you guys are like, I'm gonna risk it. I'm going to try this new thing. And if it doesn't work, then it didn't work. But at least I'm not living with regret. I'd rather, you know, so you guys might view it like, the thing that's worse than failure is regret. I'd rather fail than regret, because at least I can say to myself, I tried. It's not a thing of where I'm beating myself up, because it could be a thing where you guys are like, what if I didn't try that and I was really good at it? You guys would be kicking yourself, but you're like, I'm not going to give myself the issue of thinking that later. I'm going to try, and if I fail, then I failed, but at least I know that's not my niche, you know? At least I know that's something I don't like, you know? That's how you view stuff. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing, and this person thinks you're amazing. They're like, wow, like, they think it's unusually optimistic. They don't get it, but they love it. They love it. This one fell on the floor. Let me explain this now. I think you guys get bored often, and this person likes it. But the reason they like it is because, yeah, you get bored often, but you don't allow yourself to stay bored. And this is why you will engage in new activities, different activities, engage in different, learn about different cultures, go to different places. Because you're just like, I'm not going to just sit here and be bored. Like, I'm not. You guys need to be entertained quite a lot, but you don't depend on people to get that entertainment. You go and get the entertainment. You go and find it yourself. And this person really respects that as well, because it's like you don't rely on people for your happiness. You go and get your happiness, and they love it. They know you're not going to be someone that's needy, because some people, they don't like needy people. And there's no judgment on needy people. Obviously, something needs to heal, as to why some people are needy. But this person doesn't like needy people, and they're just kind of like, they're happy that you're not, but they know that you're not for healthy reasons. They know you're just like, if I want to be happy, I'll go make myself happy. I'm not going to depend on someone to do that, you know. Some of you, because you know some people, yeah, they will get in a relationship because they don't want to be alone, and this person knows that you don't think like that. In fact, for some of you, it might be the opposite. You guys probably aren't in a relationship because you're like, I don't see no one I like. I don't see no one that can adjust to my lifestyle and my views. And if that's not happening, then I'm not going to be with no one. I'm going to wait till I find someone that can adjust to my views and I adjust to theirs. You get it? So this person, they like that. And then we have autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. Yeah. You would think because it's reversed it would mean that you do lose hope. But it's interesting is like, you guys are like, if I had to give an example, it's like you wanted to do something, you had an expectation, you've done it, you haven't achieved your expectation. It hasn't, what you expected to happen hasn't happened. But you said, oh, that's okay. Maybe something else will happen, you know? Maybe something else is supposed to happen that will benefit me more, but I just don't realize it, you know? It's like someone, for example, it's like, oh, it's like a child being on the phone with their grandma and they're like, grandma, can you make me a sponge cake? No, let's go back. Grandma, can you make me a cake? And the child saying, can you make me a cake? But usually their grandma makes them a sponge cake, right? And the grandma's like, yeah, I'll make you a cake. And then they're like, yeah, and they're so excited because they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a sponge cake, so excited. And then the grandma's come and she's come with a chocolate cake, and they're kind of like, oh, I mean, you normally make a sponge cake, you've made chocolate cake. And she's like, yeah. And then so their expectation, it hasn't been fulfilled, so they're like, oh. And most people in that type of situation, because they didn't get an expectation, they're just like, I'm not eating that chocolate cake. You know that I normally eat sponge cake, why are you going to come to my house and bring me chocolate cake? But you guys are kind of like, okay, well, this isn't sponge cake. So as a child, you'd be like, let me taste this chocolate cake. And you may have never had chocolate cake in your life, but you're like, let me try this chocolate cake. And you taste it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Hold a minute, this is better than the sponge cake that I've been receiving all my life. This is way better. So it's like, when it says please don't lose hope, it's like, you guys have an expectation, and then when it doesn't get fulfilled, you're like, well, whatever has happened, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. And that mentality works out for you. And this person's like, oh my gosh, that's an amazing mentality to have. You're like, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If this is how it's supposed to go, it's how it's supposed to go. And you don't look at it negatively. You're like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. And I'm going to take it gracefully, and I'm going to enjoy it. And this person's like, wow, you know? Who thinks like this? I don't know much people that think like that. But you know what is a good mentality to have? Then we have 18 on the card, which is 9. There was a lot of 9s here, so we have 9, 9, 9. I feel like 9 is obviously number before 10, and 10 represents completion, right? So I think what you guys are doing is you're in the process of, I think you've already changed your mentality, because you know people evolve all the time as they grow. So you guys are in the stage of, you know, I've changed my mentality, so what I'm doing is using my new mentality to improve my life. And that's what you guys are currently doing, is like, I have a different mentality, but it's still a process. This mentality is going to help me improve my life, because my old mentality wasn't. So you're at 9 right now. 10 is eventually going to happen. This person knows, because you've changed your mentality, your life is going to improve, and they really respect that. So I would encourage you guys to always have a positive personality, and an optimistic one at that, I should say, because like it seems like it's this person really likes it, and I think it's actually going to benefit you guys. Even though I haven't done a reading on, oh, how's your life, and that, I can kind of tell that, especially with this mentality, because I heavily believe in the law of attraction. if you're always positive and you know you're always like, oh, this could happen and this could happen in a positive way, more time, that's what you attract. So I think this mentality is really good, and this person knows this mentality is really good, and they can see that you're gonna, you know, feel complete at the end, because you're someone that's gonna try different things, and you're gonna feel fulfilled later on when you're old, because you can actually sit down and say to your kids and your grandkids, if you even have, if you ever have kids, let's say relatives, if you don't, I did this and I did this in my life, and maybe a few things didn't work out the way I thought they would, but at least I did it, and I'm fulfilled purely because I did it. I tried, you know, and I got something out of it. Some of you might meet your life partners out of doing new things you would have never done. You know, that's how some people meet important people in their life. Sorry, my belly's growling because I need to eat. But some people meet important people in their life by doing stuff they wouldn't normally do, or being in environments they wouldn't normally be in. And that might be a situation for you guys. You guys might end up with something significant in your life. A partner's just an example, but you might end up with something significant in your life by doing something you wouldn't normally do, and that's what this person's noticing about you, and they really love it. It's refreshing. It's inspiring to witness in a person. And yeah, six is reversed because six is about harmony and all that, and it's just saying that you guys don't live for other people. This person knows you don't live for other people. You don't. As my art says, you don't live for the streets. The streets, yeah. You basically are like, I'm gonna live for me. I'm gonna make sure I'm happy, you know, because no one else is gonna give me that. Only I can give me that. So I don't know. You guys are very inspiring to this person on a deep level, whether it's romantic or platonic. But that's your reading part number 3. If you'd like to read and like, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. Bye guys.